ASMR video. Today we're going to be switching it up a bit, something I have not done before. Well, I haven't done that specifically, but today we're going to be looking at some life tips. We're going to be on the life pro tips or pro life tips subreddit. I'm going to be reading some of them out. We're going to get educated. We're going to find some tips that we can use in our day-to-day life. And yeah, we'll just see what's in store for the vibes. Yeah, let's get right into it. Let's see what's popping. So, some of these will have a bit of a description to them. I'm going to read the description if it's helpful. I'm not going to read it if we don't need to. Number 1. Keep your mouth shut and don't volunteer information. I had a phone interview scheduled this morning but accidentally slept through it. When I got up and saw that I had missed it, I had the desperate urge to call and offer up excuses in hope that maybe they'd be understanding and give me another chance. Instead, all I did was apologize and ask if we could reschedule. That's it. One sentence, no additional information, no explanation or excuses as to why I missed the first interview. They replied within 20 minutes apologizing to me, saying it was probably their fault, that they'd been having trouble with their computer system for days, and that of course I could reschedule. I love that. Just, it's so lucky, but, there you go. Keep your mouth shut. Don't volunteer information. When you sign up for anything online, put the website's name as your middle name. That way, when you receive a spam advert or emails, you will know who sold your info. Yeah, I guess. That one I don't really like as much, but fair. Because if you put everyone's, like when you sign up for anything, and you're always putting your middle name, and then you start receiving spam calls or spam emails about that with your middle name, then you still won't know who, because you've used your middle name so many times, right? Like, I don't know, not a fan. If you want a smarter kid, teach your child to read as early as possible and instill in them a love for books. Because as soon as they can read, they can teach themselves, and that will be a lifelong advantage over their peers. Yeah, fair. It's valid. Definitely making kids love books is important. Always tell a child who is wearing a helmet how cool you think their helmet is. It will encourage them to wear it in the future. Facts. That one's a W. I feel like, especially when you're an adult speaking to kids, you need to make safety seem cool. You know what I mean? So I like that one. Alright. Don't be fooled by working for a dream company. You'll be much better off with an amazing boss at an average company who likes your work, allows you to develop, and gives you autonomy. Facts. That one's a W. Your company didn't know you existed before you applied and won't notice when you're gone. Take care of yourself. That one's fair. I think in most cases it's true. Unfortunately. Or, I guess, depends on how you look at it. When you don't have all the facts, try to give people the most generous reason you can for their behavior. Annoyingly slow driver, ? Maybe it's a mom with a birthday cake in the back. This mindset will gradually make you less reactive and more compassionate. Yeah, that's fair. That's very easily said. But I feel like very hard to do in practice, because sometimes you just have a bad day and you're just pissed off at everyone for everything, so. Just because you did something wrong in the past doesn't mean you can't advocate against it now. It doesn't make you a hypocrite. You grew. Don't let people use your past to invalidate your current mindset. Growth is a concept. Embrace it. That's probably the best one so far. Like, just because you believe something in the past and you change your mind it doesn't mean you're like flip-flopping or you're a hypocrite. It can mean you grew up, or you changed your opinion on something, or you understood something more. Like, yeah, interesting. Do not try to be the man your father would want you to be. Be the man you would like your son to be. It more clearly defines your own convictions, desires, goals, and motivates you to be your best. W. Facts. A lot of people receive that parental pressure to be like when they're a kid, and then they think that that's how they should be, as a person. But sometimes people, sometimes our parents make mistakes. That's normal. I'm 43 years old. Make sure by your late 20s or early 30s, your physical fitness becomes an absolute top priority. Fair. Yeah. The guy talks about like how people in their 40s start to physically deteriorate if you don't take care of yourself. Obviously, when you're in your 20s, like, most people can afford to like eat a bunch of junk food, like never work out, and you'll like be fine. But the older you get, the more that obviously takes a toll. If a friend or family member gets diagnosed with dementia or Alzheimer, in the early stages, try to find out what their favorite songs of all time are. In this way, you would be able to create a playlist for them that could be of great benefit in the later stages of the disease. I think that helps with like them recalling memories and information and emotions. Yeah, that one's nice. Very wholesome. Alright. Next, we have, sorry, the page just froze for a sec. Do not use your child's embarrassing stories as dinner party talk. They are your child's personal memories, and humiliating them for a laugh isn't cool. Facts. I think that's just some universal experience. When a friend is upset, ask them one simple question before saying anything else. Do you want to talk about it, or do you want to be distracted from it? Yeah, again, that just feels like something that obviously works in theory, but then in practice, I don't know. I feel like so many people would answer like, I don't know, or just like, I'm not sure. In college, it is much better to be friends with the people who have the party house than it is to live at the party house. Facts. I mean, that one, what more needs to be said? I'm choosing some to read because some are a bit boring. If someone slights or insults you publicly, pretend like you didn't hear them the first time and ask them to repeat themselves. They'll either double down and repeat the insult again, making them look rude, or they'll realize their mistake. That's so good. Like if someone insulted you and you're like, oh wait, what did you say? Oh, yeah. That's crazy. That one's very good. Um, Instead of feeling that you've blown the day thinking I'll get back on track tomorrow, try thinking of each day as a set of 4 quarters: morning, midday, afternoon, evening. If you blow one quarter, you get back on track for the next quarter. Fail small, not big. I like that one a lot. I think of my days like that, but not in 4 quarters, just in threes. Well, I know, I guess in fours, but it's more just like morning, afternoon, like dinner time, and then evening. Pay attention to the smell of your home when you come back from a trip. That's what it smells like to guests all the time. You just get used to it. W. That's one I actually think about a lot. Like anytime I come back from a trip, I always like when I get back home and I'm like, oh yeah, that's what my place smells like. So I don't know why, that one's just a fun little one. For people starting a new job, if a task typically takes someone 3.5 hours and you can get it done in 1 hour, don't turn in your task right away. Wait about an hour. If your manager discovers how productive you really are, they will quickly overwork you without proper compensation. Fair. I'm sure that's a bit of a hot take. When a job interviewer asks you what's your biggest weakness, interpret the question in practical terms rather than in terms of personality faults. So instead of saying something like, I let people take advantage of me, or I take criticism personally, you should say something like, my biggest weakness is with regards to this job, I have no experience with the company's database platform, or I don't have much knowledge about a single part of the job. Like, it's basically saying, like, focus on the job, not like your personality. That's quite a good one, actually. I like that a lot. Next, a marriage proposal should not come as a big surprise, despite what many have seen in movies. The topic of marriage should be thoroughly discussed well before you propose. Yeah, that one kind of seems like common sense, but I guess for some people, you never know. This was another marriage one. Many problems in marriage are really just problems with being a bad roommate. Learn how to be a good roommate, and it will solve many of the issues that you are facing. Yeah, fair. Like, cleaning up after yourself, not being too loud. Yeah, you know. I mean, I don't need to spell it out, but that one's good. When someone gets interrupted while telling a story, invite them to continue after the interruption is over, saying, as you were saying about whatever. It can be uncomfortable for the person to start back up, and this makes them feel like you valued their words. Yeah, that one's good. I do that quite a bit. But sometimes you just like forget what they were talking about. It's kind of awkward. Strict parents can turn their kids into more effective liars because children who are afraid to tell the truth learn more deceptive behaviors to avoid getting in trouble. Set reasonable rules and expectations for your child. Reward positive behavior and accept mistakes as a chance for learning. I think that's the perfect one to end it on. That's great. I think, again, it works more in theory than it does in practice, because every kid is different, but that one's great. Love that one. Nice and wholesome. If you guys want to get some more of these life pro tips, then comment down below saying you want more of these videos. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Also comment if you want some different video ideas. And obviously, yeah, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. And that's pretty much it. I will catch you guys next time.